Shalom, Miss Parker. Good afternoon. Here's Bella Bina. Bella Bina? Stop chewing my hair, Bella Bina. Don't tell me no. Stop chewing my hair, Bella Bina. Don't chew my hair, Bella Bina. Yeah. No. 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 Okay, we're going to continue on with the Endtimes Series. And I'm going to keep posting some videos of some more content from some of Lou White's books. They're amazing. And I just want to help people, learn more knowledge of the truth. Bella, stop. Bella, stop it, please. Okay. Mommy loves you. Stop. Okay. Don't chew on the pages. Okay. We are on Revelation 17. And one of the 7 messengers who had the 7 bowls came and spoke with me, saying to me, "Come, I shall show you the judgment of the great whore sitting on many Mayim, or many waters, with whom the sovereigns, or the kings, of the earth, or the Eretz, committed whoring, and the inhabitants of the Eretz, or the earth, were made drunk with the wine of her whoring. And he carried me away in the Ruach into the wilderness. And I saw an Asha, or a wife, sitting on a scarlet behemoth, covered with names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the Asha, or the wife, was dressed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, holding in her hand a gold cup filled with the abominations and the filthiness of her whoring, and upon her forehead a name written, a secret, Babel the Great, the mother of the whores and of the abominations of the earth, or the Eretz. And I saw the Asha, or the wife, drunk with the blood of the Kodashim, and with the blood of the witnesses of Yahusha. And having seen her, I marveled, greatly marveled. And the messengers said to me, "Why did you marvel? Let me explain to you the secret of the Asha, or the wife, and of the behemoth she rides, which has the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The behemoth that you saw was and is not, and is about to come up and out of the pit, and goes to destruction. And those dwelling on the Eretz, or the earth, whose names are not written in the scroll of life from the foundation of the world, shall marvel when they see the behemoth that was and is not and yet is. He is the mind having wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the Asha, or the wife, sits. And there are 7 sovereigns. 5 have fallen, and 1 is, and the other has not yet come. And when he comes, he has to remain a little while. And the behemoth that was and is not is himself also the 8th, and is of the 7, and goes to destruction. And the behemoth," okay, sorry guys, I skipped backwards. "And the 10 horns which you saw are 10 sovereigns, or 10 kings, who have not yet received a reign, but receive authority as sovereigns, or kings, with the behemoth for 1 hour. They have one mind, and they shall give their power and authority to the behemoth. They shall fight with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is master of masters and sovereign of sovereigns, and those with him are called and chosen and trustworthy. And he said to me, The Mayim, or the waters which you saw, where the whore sits, are peoples and throngs and nations and tongues, and the 10 horns which you saw on the behemoth, these shall hate the whore, and lay her waste and naked, and eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For Yahuwah did give it into their hearts to do his mind, to be of one mind, and to give their reign to the behemoth, until the words of Yahuwah shall be accomplished. And the Asha, or wife, whom you saw, is that great city having sovereignty over the sovereigns of the Eretz, or the earth." And Revelation 18. And after this I saw another messenger coming down from the heaven, having great authority, and the Eretz, or the earth, was lightened from his esteem. And he cried with a mighty voice, saying, Babel the great is fallen, and has become a mishkan of demons, a haunt for every unclean ruach, and a haunt for every unclean and hated bird, because all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her whoring. And the sovereigns of the Eretz, or the earth, have become rich through the power of her riotous living. We have seen lots of riotous and chaotic people around, and people that we've helped have even hurt us and done things that they shouldn't have. And Yahuwah doesn't accept people like that. And those are some of the people that are going to end up in the great destruction during the tribulation. And I heard another voice from the heavens saying, Come out of her, my people, lest you share in her sins, and lest you receive her plagues. Because her sins have piled up to reach the heaven, and Yahuwah has remembered her unrighteousnesses. Render to her as she indeed did render, and repay her double according to her works. In the cup which she has mix for her double. As much as she esteemed herself and lived riotously, so much torture and grief give to her, because in her heart she says, I sit as empress, and I am not a widow, and I do not see mourning at all, or sadness at all. Because of this her plagues shall come in one yom, or one day, death and mourning, or death and sadness, and scarcity of food, and she shall be burned up with fire, because Yahuwah who judges her is mighty. And the sovereigns of the Eretz, or the earth, who committed whoring and lived riotously with her, shall weep and mourn over her when they see the smoke of her burning, standing at a distance for fear of her torture, saying, Woe, woe, the great city of Babel, the mighty city, because your judgment has come in 1 hour. And the merchants of the earth, or the Eretz, weep and mourn over her, because no one buys their merchandise anymore. Merchandise of gold and silver, and precious stone and pearls, and fine linen, and purple, and silk, and scarlet, and all citron wood, and every object of ivory, and every object of most precious wood, and bronze, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and incense, and fragrant oil, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and cattle, and sheep, and horses, and carriages, and bodies, and lives of men. And the fruit that your being longed for has gone from you, and all your riches and splendor are lost to you, and you shall find them no more, not at all. The merchants of these, those who became rich by her, shall stand at a distance for fear of her torture, weeping and mourning, and saying, Woe, woe, the great city that was dressed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour such great riches was laid waste, and every shipmaster and every passenger and sailors, and as many as work the sea for their living, stood at a distance, and cried out when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What is like this great city? And they threw dust on their heads and cried out, weeping and mourning, and saying, Woe, woe, the great city in which all who had ships on the sea became rich by her wealth. For in 1 hour she was laid waste. Rejoice over her. Sorry. O heaven. Yeah. O heaven, and you, Kodesh, emissaries and prophets for Yahuwah, has completely avenged you on her. And one mighty messenger picked up a stone like a great millstone and threw it into the sea, saying, with such a rush, the great city Babel shall be thrown down and shall not be found any more at all. And the sound of harpists and musicians and flutists and trumpeters shall not be heard in you any more at all. And no craftsman of any trade shall be found in you any more at all. And the sound of a millstone shall not be heard in you any more at all. And the light of a lamp shall not shine in you any more at all. And the voice of bridegroom and bride shall not be heard in you any more at all. For your merchants were the great ones of the Eretz, or the earth. For by your drug sorcery all the nations were led astray. and in her was found the blood of prophets and set apart ones, and of all who were slain on the Eretz or the earth.
Good. You're waiting for no.
I hope everyone has a blessed Shabbat. We've had some pretty chaotic Shabbats for the last month now or so, but we've been trying to have peaceful Shabbats. It's just outside forces have been causing stress and chaos, but
Don't even know how.
we don't even understand how. That's the biggest thing.
We help so many people out. We help.
We do. And no matter who we help or what we do or how many people we help, they still come against us. We don't look for anything in return. And it's just...
What's in return is, I don't get why they do that. I don't understand. Sorry.
We won't understand. It's not for us to understand. It's just people that are, they've forsaken Yahuwah. They don't even know his name. And
you can't get mad and then push and do stuff and think that you can apologize to the cops, because that doesn't work. You gotta apologize to the person.
Yeah. If you push your neighbor, you should apologize. You shouldn't tell the police to apologize. That is wrong. When you're in the wrong, you should apologize. You're not supposed to do anything against your neighbors.
I have apologized to everybody.
It's an egregious sin.
And then this happened.
But I love you all, Mishpaka, and I hope everyone else has a more blessed and peaceful Shabbat than we have had in quite some time.
It'll get better.
Everything will get better. Yahuwah has not forsaken us, any of us. We love you all. Shalom.